Good morning. Our thought for the day today comes from verses 11 and 12 in chapter 2. I'm just going to start a couple of verses earlier at verse 9. And this is the wise men coming to visit Jesus. So after their interview with Herod, the wise men went their way, and the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother, Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. When it was time to leave, they returned to their own country by another route, for God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod. I sometimes hear Christians debating what the most significant event in the Bible, what is the most significant event in the Bible? And the two most popular answers I've heard are Christmas, the Christmas story, Jesus' birth, and Easter, where Jesus dies and rises again. But actually, these verses really bring so much of that all together. And it's these three gifts that the wise men present to Jesus, which show so much of who Jesus is, but also what he's come to do. The first gift that's offered is a gift of gold. And this represents that Jesus is coming as a king. He's coming as a king, someone who is going to be sitting with his Father in glory, king over all things. He's coming as a king, and a king in a much grander sense than the Jews could ever get their heads around. And then the second gift, frankincense. Frankincense is associated with being a priest. Jesus had come to be not just a priest, but the great high priest. He was not going to do sacrifice after sacrifice like the priests used to do in the Old Testament, but he'd come to make a sacrifice once and for all time. And then finally, myrrh. Myrrh used to anoint dead bodies. What a strange gift to give for a baby, but yet this gift shows so much of what Jesus had come to do. Jesus had come not only to be a priest, to make that sacrifice once and for all time, to make people right with God forever, but actually he had come to be the sacrifice, to make people right with God. And so we see here that Christmas and Easter are completely entwined. They are the great miracle, entwined together, and the great miracle of the gospel can be summed up in one word: Jesus. Remember that this Christmas.